Good morning. I am Grant Alger. I use he, him pronouns, and I'd like to welcome you to Bucksmont Unitarian Universalist Fellowship's multi-platform worship, where, moved by love, we share lifelong journeys of growth, wonder, and healing, nurturing wholeness in society and spirit, creating a community of justice and compassion. I'd like to give a welcome to everyone joining us online and in person today, members, friends, and those who may be newcomers to our community this morning. As we begin our service, please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Thank you very much. If you are new to Bucksmont and visiting us in person today, please stop by our Visitor Center in the front hallway near where you came in. There you can also make a name tag for yourself and find more information about Unitarian Universalism, Bucksmont Fellowship, and upcoming events. If you'd like a hymnal or a printed order of service, those are available near the entrance to the sanctuary. If you are visiting us online or prefer digital methods, please email our office administrator, Beverly, to sign up for our email newsletter and to get connected to our congregation. You may also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at BucksmontUU, as shown on the screen. Each week in our service, we offer time for people to share a joy or sorrow from their lives by texting a phone number. That number is shared on the screen for everyone now, and will be again later in the service. If you'd like to see the order of service, details about upcoming services, and other ways to gather with our community, you can find that on the homepage of our website, www.bucksmontuu.org. There's a lot happening at Bucksmont, and we'd like to highlight these announcements in particular. The next monthly Circle of Exploration meeting is taking place on August 20th in the Fireside Library at 12 p.m. Please join us for spirited conversation to explore topics, concerns, ideas, or trivia. Each month, a different explorer starts the conversation with a subject that intrigues them. This meetup is in person only. Please contact Donna Lang for more information. Join us for a delightful breakfast buffet featuring crepes and goldenrod eggs on English muffins after the service on September 8th. It will be available until 1 p.m. All are welcome. And be sure to check out the Places to Connect section of the Bucksmont eVoice or the website for listings of other meetings and gatherings occurring at Bucksmont, including weekly yoga sessions, community nights, and crafting get-togethers, as well as a variety of topical monthly meetings. Whether you are a guest, friend, or member, we are glad you are part of our worship service today.
Good morning. I'm Rosemary Monaco, and I use she, her pronouns. As we gather in our sanctuary, in our homes, or watch from mobile screens from almost anywhere, we are all together. Those watching now on Sunday, and those who may be watching months from now, we are joined together for worship across both space and time. This is a free, creedless, religious congregation in the discipline of truth and the spirit of universal kinship. We join together in a cooperative quest for religious and ethical values, seeking to apply these values to the development of character, enrichment of spirit, and service to all. You are welcome here. Whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever the color of your skin or your country of origin, no matter your gender expression or gender identity, whatever your age, however you define family, wherever you are at this time, and whatever the source of your faith, you are welcome here.
This morning, as we do each time we gather, we kindle our Unitarian Universalist chalice. We do so today with words from Dana Folds from her book, The Breath of Joy. Be the cup that holds the candle. Be the wax, the wick, the flip of the wrist that lights the match. Most of all, be the flame. Draw on the source of light, acknowledging that without darkness, candles would be useless things indeed. Please light your chalice at home. Our common chalice is now lit.
Good morning. I'm Dina Condren. I use she, her pronouns. I am your song leader for today. I just want to put a quick word out there that this is a last-minute thing. Unfortunately, Diane Fosnot was supposed to be here today. Diane Breen. My bad. Diane Breen was supposed to be here today. She is not feeling well. So please send her your good thoughts as we rise in body or spirit and join in singing hymn number 38 in the gray hymnal, Morning Has Broken, words on the screen.
Good morning. It is time for all ages, and I see a lot of excitement this morning. I have everyone. So this is going to be something the whole congregation can participate in. And I'm going to need some help this morning. And my amazing friend Rosemary is going to help us today. All right? So we're going to need a little bit of extra room. So try not to bump your friends. Okay? Everyone on the floor. So we're probably going to stand up. And we're going to practice moving and breathing with breath. Okay? So here's the microphone.
So Melissa did say it's for everyone in the room, right? Okay, so you can stay seated, you can do this seated, or you should do it standing if you can. So here we go. So we're going to start with the movements, and then we'll talk about the breath. So it's forward, side, up, and down. Forward, side, up, and down. And now we add the breath. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. Going forward, side, up, down, forward, side, up, forward, side, up, okay. Thank you, everyone. That was great. Good. All right.
Let's head downstairs, everyone.
As you go on your way, may you be filled with gladness. Go in joy, go in joy. May fortune bless your day with peace and loving kindness. Go in love, go in love. As you go on your way, may you be filled with gladness. Go in joy, go in joy. May fortune bless your day with peace and loving kindness. Go in love, go in love.
The offering in liberal religion is a vital part of our history of faith. As a covenanted community, people who freely choose to be here, our voluntary giving is symbolic of that freedom of choice. Each week at Bucksmont, we share our offering with a different cause or organization in the community. For the month of August, we are sharing with the Jack and Rosemary Schieber Memorial Immigrant Scholarship Fund. The Immigrant Scholarship Fund has traditionally been our split plate for the month of September. We are hoping that by changing to August, we will be able to award the scholarships at the beginning of the fall school session. We began the split plate by awarding one scholarship. Last year, we were able to offer 2 scholarships. Our goal is to offer more scholarships to deserving immigrant students as we honor Jack and Rosemary. Your generous donations will help us make this Peace and Justice Committee dream come true. We ask that you participate in our morning offering in one of these ways. You can write out a check to Bucksmont and mail it into the fellowship. You may donate online now or at the end of our worship service, or you may place your donation into one of the baskets as they are passed around now. We will now receive the morning offering. Our community continues to grow and thrive due to generous donations of both time and money. For the many ways that you contribute and how it sustains this fellowship, we are truly grateful. This morning's reading is The Ripple Effect from the Daily Ohm. Your thoughts and actions are like stones dropped into still water, causing ripples to spread as they move outward. In a world of 8 billion people, it's easy to believe that the only way to initiate profound transformation is to take extreme action. Each of us, however, carries within us the capacity to change the world in small ways, for better or worse. Everything we do and think affects the people in our lives, and their reactions in turn affect others. As the effect of a seemingly insignificant word passes from person to person, its impact grows and can become a source of great joy, inspiration, anxiety, or pain. Your thoughts and actions are like stones dropped into still waters, causing ripples to spread and expand as they move outward. The impact you have on the world is greater than you could ever imagine, and the choices you make can have far-reaching consequences. You can use the ripple effect to make a positive difference and spread waves of kindness that will wash over the world. The recipient of a good deed will likely feel compelled to do a good deed for someone else. Someone feeling the effects of negative energy will be more likely to pass on that negative energy. One act of charity, one thoughtful deed, or even one positive thought can pass from individual to individual, snowballing until it becomes a group movement or the ray of hope that saves someone's life. Every transformation, just like every ripple, has a point of origin. You must believe in your ability to be that point of origin if you want to use the ripples you create to spread goodness. Consider the effect of your thoughts and actions and try to act graciously as much as possible. A smile directed at a stranger, a compliment given to a friend, an attitude of laughter, or a thoughtful gesture can send ripples that spread among your loved ones and associates out into your community and throughout the world. You have the power to touch the lives of everyone you come into contact with and everyone those people come into contact with. The momentum of your influence will grow as your ripples move onward and outward. One of those ripples could become a tidal wave of love and kindness.
Good morning again. So I want to talk about joy, yeah? It's a good subject, right? So what is joy? Is it happiness? They're certainly related. But I see happiness as a state of being, like I'm happy, and I am. But joy is a burst of euphoria, right? It's big. There are different volumes of joy, however. Like noticing the beauty of a flower. That's a quiet joy. Then there is when my husband gets up in the morning, comes downstairs, and proclaims, "I'm alive." And then there is when my 6-year-old granddaughter rushes at me from across the room and gives me this great big hug like I'm the master of the universe. Children are the best source of joy, like our Bucksmont Littles, yeah? And then, of course, there are those very loud joys, like winning an Olympic gold medal, yeah? But we feel their joy too, don't we? Joy is contagious. Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh said, joy is everywhere. You just have to look for it. But how do we find joy when we are in pain? In the midst of tragedy, when we are grieving, when the world seems so dismal? There is a wonderful book called The Book of Joy, a conversation between His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. These two men were best of friends, a non-theist and a theist. One, a celibate Buddhist, the other, a married with children Christian. The author, Douglas Abrams, followed the two mystics for 5 days as they discussed every aspect of joy, including how we find joy when misery sets in. At the end of the 5 days, they had a list of what creates joy and how we can see it even through the darkness. I will focus on the ones that came to the top of the list. Laughter. That's a big one. Have you ever laughed so hard with a friend or friends, so hard that tears roll down your eyes, and then you laugh some more because you realize you're crying? Yeah. Even a smile brings joy. It is really difficult to be sad if you smile. Try it. But laughter and smiles cease when things go wrong. According to our two clergymen, it is a matter of perspective. I call it attitude. I teach yoga at Kin Wellness Center for cancer patients. They come to class with such joy, they practically bounce into the room because they are giving themselves this precious hour. I suppose when you look death in the face, and I know there are people in this room who know what I mean, you realize how precious every minute of your life is. They have cast aside anger and resentment and replaced it with joy. Attitude. The Reverend Tutu tells a story. There are two veterans come home from war, both had amputations, both legs, same diagnosis, exactly the same. One of the men just couldn't get out of bed. He felt his life was over. While the other one got into his wheelchair, wheeled out into the garden and said, "Wow, I'm closer to the flowers now. I can see them better. And the best is that when I talk to my children, we're eye to eye." Yeah. Attitude. We also see the bad things and the good things that happen in our lives as absolutes. It is either good or bad. But sometimes things go wrong before they can emerge as even better than before. There is a famous Chinese story about a farmer whose horse ran away. Ran away, and his neighbors said, "Oh, what bad luck you have." And he said, "It is neither good nor is it bad." And the next day, the mayor came back with a stallion. And his neighbors said, "What good luck you have. It is neither bad nor is it good." And then as his son was taming the stallion, he broke his leg. And his neighbors once again, "Oh, what bad luck." And he said again, "It's neither bad nor good." And the next day, war broke out. And the government drafted all able-bodied young men. His son was passed over. The lesson here, of course, is that good can come out of bad, but it is so much more than that. It is about riding the storm until the sun emerges. It is about patience, about knowing, believing that what you are going through will not only end, but will lead you to great joy. And embracing the lessons we learn when things go wrong teaches us a world of experience. Now, I don't want you to think that you should rely solely on the advice of religious leaders. So let's look at the science. These takeaways are all the result of controlled scientific studies. Psychologist Sonia Lubomsky identifies 3 factors that have the greatest influence on happiness: our ability to reframe our situation more positively, our ability to experience gratitude, and our choice, emphasis on choice, to be kind and generous. Neuroscientist Richard Davidson describes our independent brain circuits that influence our lasting well-being: the ability to maintain positive states, the ability to recover from negative states, the ability to focus, and the 4th is the ability to be generous. Brianna Shula, another neuroscientist, says that one of the strongest predictors of worldwide well-being is the quality of our relationships. Relationships, compassion, generosity, and gratitude were on that list that those 2 clergymen developed. Yeah? And science proves these mystics were correct. Relationships, compassion, generosity, and gratitude, they all go together. We all know this. But we must never see the bad as absolute. We must believe in ourselves, engage with our community, be grateful for every little thing, and generous with our time and our hearts, and we will find joy. I'd like to leave you with the story of little Vanessa. It was written a year after 9/11. It's about patience, about believing. It's about finding joy after the most unimaginable tragedy. Things weren't the same since Daddy went away. Mom tried so hard, but even when Mommy laughed, it was different. Nighttime was the worst. Vanessa remembered Daddy telling her that he looked in on her every night after she fell asleep. This way, he could chase all the bad dreams away and let only the good ones in. Falling asleep wasn't so easy now. Vanessa rolled onto her side. Big, sparkling flakes drew her to the window. If only I could catch them. I would put them in a jar. Then every time Mommy was sad, I would open the jar and it would snow for us. There must be a way. She remembered her early warning monster alarm that she kept under her bed, a glass jar with pennies and other noisemakers. Although it had been a very effective deterrent, it was definitely worth sacrificing if it would make Mommy happy again. She reached under the bed, pulled it out, and emptied the contents. She put on the big sweater that Daddy gave her. Using all her strength, she ran to the window and pushed that window open, and she jumped onto the soft white cushion below. She nestled the uncovered jar into the softness. It was very important to catch fresh snow. Already fallen snow would not work. She knew this. As the snow accumulated inside the jar, she lay back and let the snowflakes kiss her face. I wonder if Daddy misses me, she thought. I wonder if it snows where he is. It would be best to leave the jar and get it in the morning, she decided. Vanessa made her way back through the window. She shed her sweater and slid back into bed. Tomorrow, everything would be better, she thought, as she fell off to sleep. Good morning. It's your lucky day, she heard her mother say. There won't be any school today. Vanessa jumped out of bed and headed straight for the window. What happened to the snow? She begged her mother. The snowplows came during the night, sweetheart, and took it away. But my jar, they took my jar. What jar? Whatever are you talking about, Nessa? Come on, let's go have something to eat. I'm not hungry. Are you sure it's nearly lunchtime? I'm sure, and she sneezed. Oh dear, maybe you better stay right where you are. I'll be right back. Some hours later, the doorbell rang and woke Vanessa from her sleep. But I don't understand, she heard her mother say. Well, ma'am, it seems that it fell behind a conveyor belt, but that was over a year ago. Ma'am, yes, ma'am, and we're terribly sorry. But it took us a great while to get back to normal. I see. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Mommy looked like she saw a ghost, thought Vanessa, as her mother entered the room. What's that, Mommy? It's a package. It's a package from Daddy. It's addressed to you. Really? Oh, Mommy, can I open it? Well, yes, it's yours. Barely catching her breath, Vanessa pulled at the package. Inside was another box and 2 letters, one addressed to her and one to her mom. My sweetness. This is a reminder that no matter how far away I go, I'll always be right there with you, making sure all your dreams come true. Love, Daddy. P.S. Take care of Mommy for me. Hi, hon. I know, I spoil her, but I saw this in D.C. and couldn't resist, and since I'm going directly to the airport after my meeting in New York City, I thought I'd drop it in the mail. Wish I could be there to see her face and yours. But I will be there, holding you while you sleep. Love forever, Ian. Look, Mommy, look what Daddy sent me. You shake it and it snows inside. Isn't it beautiful? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, sweetheart. How happy Mommy looks, Vanessa thought, even through her tears. Mommy, does this mean that it snows in heaven? Yes, my sweet, I suppose it does. Mother and daughter fell into a peaceful sleep that would last all through the night for the first time in more than a year. May you find joy around every corner, even through the most difficult times. So may it be. Back again. Right. So I'd like you to join me in a meditation. It's called Awakening Joy. So I ask you to have your feet flat on the floor. Be comfortable in your seat. You can have your hands pointed down on your lap or facing upward. Down is for grounding, upward is to receive. We're going to use our breath throughout this meditation. So close your eyes and find your breath. Feel your breath as it enters your nostrils, as it moves to your lungs, as it flows through your bloodstream, and as you let go of what no longer serves you. Feel your breath. Feel it moving through your body. And hear these words as if they were your own, as you repeat them silently to yourself. I allow my next breath to reach my eyes so that I may see beyond what my eyes can show me. See every color and all the beauty that is all around me. I feel my next breath as it moves through my nostrils and all the way to my sensory organ so that I may enjoy all the fragrances of this earth. I let my next breath travel to my ears so that I may listen more attentively, hear bird songs, the rustle of leaves through the wind. I feel my next breath pause at my throat and my lips, so I may sing out loud, smile more often, laugh at the silliest things, and have easy conversation. I send my next breath from my lungs to reach my shoulders and travel all the way down my arms, all the way to my fingertips, so that I may hold and hug more dearly, so that I may give more than I receive. I feel my next breath fueling my heartbeat. I can feel my heart beating, and I allow my breath to open my heart so that I may be more compassionate and feel the joy of love. I feel my next breath at my belly, expanding with my inhale, contracting with my exhale, as if stoking a fire, the fire of courage, so that I may be unafraid to take bold steps and trust that I will see the light even through my darkest days. From my belly, I allow my breath to flow down my legs all the way to the tips of my toes, so that I can take every step on my life's journey with joy. I feel every breath moving through my body, filling my whole being with love, bringing me endless joy. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders, rock your head from side to side, and then very gently open your eyes.
As part of our caring outreach to one another, we set aside a few moments to note both sorrows and joys in our life. In these moments of peace and reflection, we turn our attention to one another. We hold each and all in our compassionate thoughts and the prayers of our hearts. This morning we are adding stones to water. The bowl includes some of the water we gathered as a community back in September, so it contains the love of our congregation, rounding each joy or sorrow. As we add the stones to the bowl, we add a piece of our own stories to the collective waters of this community. A place that holds the memories of those who have gone before and to anticipate those who have yet to arrive. To share the joy or sorrow you would like held by our caring community, text the number that is now on the screen. Please include your name along with your sharing. It is the same number no matter how you join us today, and you can add it to your contacts for future weeks. I will read them aloud, and Rosemarie will add a stone on your behalf. What is shared today will go out in the weekly caring notes for those who cannot be with us this morning. Please remember to include your first and last name with what you share. Waiting a moment. And now we will add a final stone for all the joys and sorrows that remain unspoken and deep within our hearts. With stones gathered and remembrances shared, we honor our joys and our sorrows, those shared this morning and the many more that exist beyond words. Through our time together, our relationships are deepened and our community made whole.
Now I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing our final hymn, number 311 in the gray hymnal. That is what you are using, or words up on the screen. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Learn to follow, learn to lead. Feel the rhythm, feel the need to reap a harvest with the seed. Let it be a dance. Everybody turn and spin. Let your body learn to bend. And like a willow in the wind. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. A child is born, the old must die. A time for joy, a time to cry. So take it as it passes by. Let it be a dance. Morning star comes out at night. Without the dark there is no light. If nothing's wrong, then nothing's right. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let the sunshine, let it rain. Share the laughter, bear the pain. And when we go again, let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance.
Our chalice extinguishing words this morning are from Sadhguru, yogi and founder of Institute of Inner Engineering. Unless something of true value happens within you, you cannot do anything of tremendous value to the world. So, if you are concerned about the world, the first thing you must do, transform yourself into a joyous being.
I'm still letting it be a dance, so there. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my actions in some way contribute, may our actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. Amen. Ivamastu. So may it be.